a little Headless Nixon right here on the Tony Jones Show. Inauguration Day, the name of that track. Before that, George, we went way back to 1958 with Jimmy Lloyd. I Got a Rocket in My Pocket. I'm going to venture that you're not going to hear those two songs back to back anywhere else but here on the Tony Jones Show.
And I'll tell you, it never fails to amaze me how, they were very censorious and blue-nosed back in the 50s, but the euphemisms, they took
that's not lost on anybody, right? I got a rocket in my pocket, and I'm ready to go. 1958, that was downright pornographic now that I think about it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I guess, no matter how obvious it was, as long as it was a euphemism, it got by.
Right.
Wanda Jackson used to be really good for that, too.
We'll keep the FCC at bay for us, that's for sure. The Tony Jones Show continues. TonyJones.org is my website. If you're catching our live program, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. John reminds me, over at ArmThePit.com, they have a monthly Battle of the Bands. So if you're a local band listening, go on to ArmThePit.com and sign up, and you can be in their Battle of the Bands. Which, George, we had a Battle of the Bands a few months ago, and we lost miserably on ArmThePit.com.
That's awful.
But we won a battle at the same time in real life.
On XIN.
Quote-unquote real life. So I guess that's what counts, right?
Yeah, especially since the one in real life paid us money.
ArmThePit.com doing some good work. Paranormal Legend Society, also known as PLS, our in-studio guests as we talk about a little bit of everything. And I had a question come in online for you guys, and they want to know what type of person contacts you. So I think what they're getting at is it usually legit, or do you sometimes show up to a place and it's just someone that is totally out of their skull? Or a mix?
Usually 95% of the time, it's usually legit.
I want to know about the 5%.
The 5%, yeah, we've had I think one or two where this woman said that there was a spirit looking at her through a window, and look, the cat is looking at it. Well, it's a stand-up cardboard cutout of Michael Myers that was photoshopped there. And he said, "Thank you, have a good day."
And are there times when you can go in and automatically debunk what's going on? Like, maybe, I know where I live, the train goes by a lot, so things shake loose and then they'll fall. And that is because the Acela Amtrak train is going by at 125 miles an hour. But there are times where you can go out and immediately debunk and put these people's minds at rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did it at the big mill. We set up different tests, like for vibrations, for like a train or the waterfall going by, or first thing you do is you want to try to debunk everything, and then what's left over, we'll try to investigate and see if it could be part of something else.
I'll tell you, that brings a question to mind, too, that, can you immediately go in and debunk something? It seems to me that now you guys are as honest as the day is long, and now you practice this trade in an ethical manner. It seems to me that there's a great deal of opportunity for abuse in this, too.
Right, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you find that there's an element of that in your trade, or not yours, but I mean in the ghost investigation business? Because there used to be, in the turn of the century especially.
Yes. Yeah, for us, I mean, we try to go in, be as professional looking, have manners, respect, and try to put the client's notions at ease.
Right.
The reason why they called us is they're scared. Something's going on. It's freaking them out. And I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but who are you going to call?
Well, hopefully they call you guys, because my point is that you guys are, do an honest job.
Yes, absolutely.
What I'm saying is, there are probably a lot of gullible people out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Who could be debunked, like you say. You walk in the door and you could debunk it. But I'm sure there's a lot of gullible people that are being taken advantage of by less scrupulous investigators.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure that is going on.
And I heard about the groups that are trying to charge people now.
Yeah.
I had the exact same. I talked about it with Keith.
Charge.
I had the exact same. I said, well, you guys seem to be doing pretty good. Can I join up with you? they said, all right, well, the first thing you do is pay some dues.
Some groups do charge dues. The big groups do charge dues.
I can see that because obviously the equipment you guys have, you guys have, you're all wearing T-shirts with your logos, your names. I mean, that ain't free, right? And I can see, but to immediately say, hey, can I join? Sure, pay me some dues. That ain't adding up.
And I can't see charging a client. I mean, we're there to help them.
Yeah.
So why charge them?
Now, the two issues I see are, for me, say I come here and I get creeped out, well, guess what? I can finish up what I'm doing and I can leave. It's going to be a totally different deal when you're investigating someone's home. I mean, that's their home, their castle, that's where they are.
Safe zone.
And I think it's also better now with technology because I can go on and I can Google Keith Johnson, or I can Google Rise Up Paranormal, or I can Google PLS and see these guys have evidence, they have a track record. Or I put in another name, whatever it may be, and nothing comes up. No website, no social media. Maybe not so much.
Yeah.
The technology must play in for you guys as far as people contacting too, right?
It's nicer to get your. There's a lot more ways of using the networking and the media to get our names out there, versus just like putting up business cards everywhere or word of mouth from people. But I believe in like Rise Up. They're very big. The more better they get, the bigger they get, and they're honest. They're up forward. So no sense lying and trying to make up evidence or something. It's not going to do you any good.
It's going to bite you in the butt anyways at the end. So
especially
if it's
now.
Nothing but debunked, then I'll tell the client it's nothing. We'll show you in person
what we did
what we
to
came
get the
up
same
with.
reaction that you saw. This is what we did. This is what we think that you did. Did it happen? Maybe not, but this is the conclusion we have come up with.
Okay, so basically, if you have a problem out there, any of our listeners, call these guys, and if someone wants to charge, and if you call somebody else and they want to charge you an exorbitant amount of money up front, then stay away. That's a good red flag.
Right,
Yes.
I could see how people would be nervous, or if there is an issue, being nervous telling anybody at all. Here's what's going on in my place.
A lot of people are...
You gotta be sensitive.
Yeah, a
to
lot
it.
of people...
I wouldn't just come out and say, you got a poltergeist moving out.
I think a lot of people
Run.
are reluctant to say anything because they're worried about being ridiculed.
Right.
They're
And if
worried
exactly.
about the neighbors. Oh, why do you have all these people over?
Yeah.
Well, you're just crazy. Oh, I'm not having my kid to play with your kid anymore.
Right.
And if they're not reluctant to say something, if they're overly eager to say something, then that's a red flag for you guys on the part of the customer.
Yeah, we definitely put that.
We tell them we're not coming with our names on the trucks. You're not going to see any of. There's no camera crew following us around.
Yeah, you're not going to write a best-selling book
Running down.
featuring us.
Running out of the house and down the street. Screw you guys.
We have we'll sign our confidentiality report for them, and they have one with us. So there's none of their name will never show up on it. If they request, please don't publicize us, whatever, it never comes up. You're just a private client in a town or a state, and that's it.
Sure.
It's their call.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to spin a few more tunes. We're going to come back. I want to get into more of what a typical investigation consists of. I want to talk about mills, too, because it's very popular around here, and I have seen some beautiful apartments where they took this old mill and they put a gorgeous $2,000 a month condominium in it. But that makes me a little nervous personally. But we'll get to that. After this, we're going to hear a little Joe Fletcher and the Wrong Reasons off of the album White Lighter. George, I hope I don't ever deal with this because the name of the track is The Drowsy Surgeon.
Drowsy surgeon pinched the anesthetician. She leaned forward to administer the juice. He said, now Ben, if you will count backwards from 10, well, in this second now all hell is breaking loose. Well, in this second now all hell is breaking loose. For years he had been a model husband. He stuck by her when the times were rough. Thought this morning on the train you overheard a conversation. He said, haven't I been honest long enough? Oh yeah, haven't I been honest long enough? Bobby couldn't fully grasp the new arrangement. And every evening asked when's daddy coming home. His older sister rolled her eyes and dug her nails into her thighs, and she continued typing on the telephone. And no one even touched the mashed potatoes, and no one seemed to think about dessert. Margaret picked up all the dishes, stared into the middle distance, tried to focus on the things that didn't hurt. Oh, wherever all the things that didn't hurt. His luxury apartment, no one's there to say he's had enough. He's not sure which young lady has borrowed the Mercedes, but he's certain now that she has called him bluff. And that's nothing if you talk to his accountants, for he stopped opening the letters that they've sent. Out on the balcony, he looks over every tree, flicks a cigarette and studies its descent. Cigarette and studies its descent.
Drinking in the summertime when the air is sweet and so is the wine. Drinking in the summertime. Drinking in the summertime when the days are long and so are the good times. Drinking in the summertime. I just got off of work. Yeah, my boss is a jerk, but I got $5 thrown in the quick stop. Let's call up some friends, and then they'll call some more, and we'll party till we're back down on the floor. Let's climb up on the roof, we'll smoke a cigarette, throw bottles at the people down below. Go to stuff you know, I hear they're good to go to the store and they'll grab me a new bag of smoke. Drinking in the summertime where the air is sweet and so is the wine. Drinking in the summertime. Drinking in the summertime when the days are long and so are the good times. Drinking in the summertime. Going to the store to get more. We're 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 going to the store to get more. The house is hot, the beer is cool. And where's your girl? She's feeling cool. As the sun goes down, this party doesn't end. It's not over till you make out with all your friends. Where did they go? And where's my girl? And then he's cigarettes. The good times never end. They will go on, my friend. Tomorrow I got the whole day off again. Drinking in the summertime where the air is sweet and so is the wine. Drinking in the summertime. Drinking in the summertime when the days are long and so are the good times. Drinking in the summertime. Drinking in the summertime when the whiskey's sweet and so is the wine. Drinking in the summertime. Drinking in the summertime.
A little ashtray right here on the Tony Jones Show. Drinking in the Summertime, the name of that track off of the album White Sugar is the Devil. Before that, we heard from Joe Fletcher in The Wrong Reasons off of the album White Lighter. We dealt with the drowsy surgeon. That's scary. I'm freaked out about surgery, and that's scary. I'm scared. And speaking of scary, we do have